Let's simplify this expression here by combining like terms. Now we have some like terms, right? Remember, this coefficient tells us how many of these things we have. So we have 8 of these things, ABs, and then we've got 3 of these things, ACs. Now ACs are different than ABs. So we've got 8 ABs, and then look over here, we have 3 more ABs, but we're going to subtract them. So we've got 8 ABs, and then we're going to subtract 3 of them. Now, you probably don't have to write this, but here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, here's my brain here. I'm thinking this. I've got 8 of those, and then I'm going to subtract 3 of what? Those ABs. And then I've got 3 ACs that I'm going to subtract. So what I'm going to get here is that I've got 8 of these minus 3 of them, 8 minus 3 of them. That gives me 5 of those ABs, and then we have minus 3 AC, and that's the best we can do. Now what we want to do is to identify the number of terms in this expression and then the coefficient of each term. Right, terms are expressions that are separated by plus signs. So just for example, what about these? Here's a 4 and a 5. They're separated by a plus. So the terms are 4 and 5. So there are 2 terms here, 4 and 5. Now in this one, if we have 4 minus 5, now terms are separated by plus signs. Now really, you have to remember back here that subtraction is really addition of the opposite. So what this is really this. 4 plus negative 5. Right? Subtraction is really addition of the opposite. And the opposite of 5 is negative 5. Now what I see is 2 terms. There's 2 terms. There's 4 and negative 5. So rather than rewriting an entire expression like this one in terms with getting rid of the minus signs, just take the sign along with it. So when I look at this one down here, I'm going to say the terms are 4 and, taking the sign with it, negative 5. So in number 7, in number 6 here, when I look at this one here, I'm going to say that there's 2 terms. There's 2 terms, and the terms are which ones? Here's the terms. Negative 12x cubed and negative 2x. And the coefficient of each one, those are the multipliers. Here's the coefficient of the first one, negative 12. Here's the coefficient of the second one. So the coefficients are negative 12 and negative 2. What we want to do here in 7 is to specify the number of terms again, as well as the coefficient, just like we did in number 6. Now, how many terms are there? Here's one. Here's another one. Right, I'm going to take the sign along with it. And here's another one. I'm going to write the terms. It just says specify the number of terms. So I've got 3, but here's what they are. I'm saying that there's 3 terms, and I'm going to write what they are. There's the x, the negative 3x squared, and the 4/5 x cubed. And then the coefficients of each one are the multipliers. So the multipliers here are 1, negative 3, and 4/5. Those are the coefficients.